Following is a presentation. Okay, Mike. The following is a presentation of the HAN Network, the leader for local news, sports, and entertainment in Fairfield and Westchester counties. And so, time for game number 2 of our FCIAC semifinal doubleheader here on the HAN Network. Good evening, everyone, from Fairfield Warde High School. I'm Rob Adams, and tonight in game number 2, the Wilton Warriors take on the top seed, the Danbury Hatters. John Kovach sticking around. Chris Kalin now joins me courtside. Eric Gendron directing, and we get things going here in game number 2. And Cato, we've already seen your alma mater, the West Hill Vikings, punch their ticket to the championship game. Now we get to figure out who joins them on Thursday night.
Yeah, you're right, Rob. In West Hill, they played a full, complete game against the Trumbull Eagles. Dribble drives, penetrations, great defense, great rebounding off the boards. Now we've got two teams, two distinctly different styles of play. You got the Wilton Warriors, who swing around the perimeter, primarily hit their shots mid-range to three-pointers, but they can put the ball on the floor and drive to the basket, where you have a Danbury Hatters team with skill, athleticism, great defense, and they control the boards on both ends of the court. For Wilton, they have to hit their shots in order to win this game. If not, Danbury may run away with it.
We will take a quick break. We will come back and meet the starting lineups right after this. It's Danbury and Wilton to advance to the FCIAC Championship in the semifinals. You're watching it right here on the HAN Network.
When you experience a sports injury, you want to get better and fast. Coastal Ortho Express gives you direct access to orthopedic care quickly. Their physicians are fellowship trained in sports medicine at world-class universities and are also team doctors for area football teams. For specialized personal care of sports injuries, go to Coastal Ortho Express. Open Monday through Saturday in the iPark building, 761 Main Avenue in Norwalk, or coastalorthoexpress.com. Coastal Orthopedics, keeping you on the move.
Here at the Darien Sports Shop, we are very excited about our newly redesigned men's department. Gentlemen, if you're shopping for work, weekend, or wedding, we've got the latest styles and trends inside our spacious new department just for you. We have vast selections from Peter Millar, Vineyard Vines, Johnny O, Duckhead, Barber, and so much more. And you can even walk out of the store in the new Wolverine 1,000-mile men's boot. Conveniently located with free and easy parking at 1127 Post Road, Darien, Connecticut, or shop us online at dariensport.com.
I really wanted something that felt like a home. Coming from a big house, I wanted the feel of a home as opposed to a condo. My property taxes on my single-family home were close to $20,000 a year. Now that I've downsized and I'm in a townhome, and because of the condo tax laws, my fees have gone from $20,000 down to about $5,300 with the star exemption. There is no other townhome that compares in the area. This is where I want to be.
You are watching the HAN Network, and you're not alone. Nearly 500,000 viewers enjoyed our broadcasts in the first 5 months. Advertise on the network that reaches Fairfield County, Connecticut's most engaged audience. Contact Jessica Murrin, Advertising Director, at 203-273-7312 or email jessica@han.network.
Back here at Fairfield Warde, time to meet the starting lineups for this game. A 53-43 win earlier tonight for West Hill, as Parrish Rowell led the way with 19 points for the Vikings. Tyrell Alexander at 15 and Lino August had 10. On the other side for Trumbull, they were led by Jack Moore with 14 and Alex Recker had 10. Now, the starting lineups.
For the number 5 seeded Wilton High School Warriors, number 3, Junior Matt Palmer. Number 22, Junior Andrew Riley. Number 10, Senior James Maloney. Number 11, Senior Michael Brown. And number 21,
have met the starting lineups. If you're joining us for the second broadcast, you have not met Dan Gardella. Dan is walking the floor. Dan.
Good evening, guys. Here for this second game, a player to watch for the Wilton Warriors is junior guard Matt Cronenberg. When we traveled to Wilton to cover Wilton and McMahon during the regular season, he went off for 31 points. Guys, he can drive the lane. He can shoot the outside jumper. Danbury's definitely going to have to keep an eye on him throughout this entire game.
You also have not said hello to John Kovac here for game 2.
Hello.
Hello there.
This should be, this is the first I've had a chance to see Danbury. Really excited to see what they can do.
Cato, you and I saw Danbury in person as they took on Norwalk earlier in the year.
Yeah, Rob, and they struggled a little bit in that game, but despite their difficulties, they were able to battle through and a good victory over the Norwalk.
And we are underway. Danbury will bring it up. Into the front court, from right to left in the white with the orange and blue. Hatters on the front of the jersey, driving inside and putting it home. So a good start for Marcus Fox.
Marcus Fox with the drive and the tenacity getting the ball to the hoop.
2-0. In the front court, Drew Connolly swings right. Connolly gets it back. Connolly starts his drive, gets to the blocks, feeds it off. Right wing foul line extended to 3. No, that's not going to fall for Jack Williams. So looking to run comes Scott Nesbitt. Nesbitt hands it off, gives it to Tyron McCray. McCray backs it out. 2-0. 45 seconds gone by. We're just underway. Casey Bach coaching across the way for the Danbury Hatters and Joel Gariak for the Wilton Warriors. Bounce pass goes inside. Almost knocked away. In fact, it was, but recovered in the corner by Judah James. Feeding down low. Off glass, no good. Looking for a second try. Marcus Fox. It falls, and a foul.
Fox, the big man, on fire early. Feeling it, getting it to the hoop. Tenacity on the rebounds and putting it back.
Drew Connolly picks up the foul. Who are the guys in the stripes tonight?
Our referees are Tom Brown, Glenn Colello, and Pete Vincente.
Is that Sergeant Tom Brown?
Sergeant Tom Brown, Pete Vincente, I'm sorry.
And the bonus is good. 5-0. The Hatters come out on a run early on. Across the timeline comes Drew Connolly. Connolly switches over to the left wing. Backs it out, gives it out up top to Jack Williams. Williams drives to the elbow into the blocks, backs it out again, and a travel turns it over. A dreadfully horrible start for the Warriors.
Wilton can't rush getting their game in order. Go back to they've got to stay with what's been working for them. The swing passes, the great ball movement, getting it to the open man for the easy shot.
The Warriors have never won an FCIAC championship driving inside. The Hatters have not won since 1983, but here are the Warriors. Cronenberg dishes off Connolly a 3. That didn't have the distance, so they'll rebound it in the corner and throw it right back out. It went from Maloney on a turnover. Left side, a pull-up 3. For Nesbitt is an air ball, but the putback is there for Marcus Fox. A 7-0 run and a timeout for the Warriors. Wilton in that navy blue with that gorgeous lighter marine blue outlining those white numbers. Always a nice look for them, and always like the Hatters as well, the orange with the blue and the white. John, a rough start here.
I don't know that you can win a game this early, but I think you can dig yourself a deep enough hole to lose one, and I think that's the chasm that the Wilton Warriors are looking into right now.
Rob, during the warm-ups, I noticed the shirts that the Danbury Hatters were wearing. It says offense wins games, defense wins championships, and their defense so far has been great. Moving away from the ball, just presence everywhere, intercepting passes. They're going to try to really disrupt this Wilton, the way the Wilton swings the basketball.
Cronenberg goes left side into the corner for Maloney. Bounce pass inside and another turnover, and they're going to reach in for a foul.
And Rob, just to get the score right, it's Marcus Fox 7, the Wilton Warriors nothing.
You're right.
It's been all Fox early.
Jack Williams picks up the foul, his first team second. 6:07 to go in the first quarter. It'll be brought up by Tyron McCray from right to left. The winner goes to the FCIAC championship game on Thursday night. Right back here, looking inside, an easy layup, but no good. Missing it was Pierre Maduru, so it'll bring it back the other way. Down to Maloney, into the corner, quick ball movement. They'll feed it over, left side, faking the three, stepping in, goes Michael Brown, and out of bounds. Just the look on junior guard Matt Cronenberg's face tells me a lot early on, a lot of head shaking. Cronenberg trying to get set for the inbound, couldn't do it. It instead comes into Brown as he collided with Scott Nesbitt. Here's the handoff to Cronenberg. Cronenberg, floater in the lane, won't fall, rebounded by Fox. Looking to run are the Hatters on a 7-0 run to start, but having his pocket picked and taken away by Cronenberg. Cronenberg across the timeline and scooped away by Judah Jones. Jones in the lane, no good. Fox looking for the tip in, that was Nesbitt. It's Fox to put it home.
Fox right now, Johnny on the spot, getting to those open offensive rebounds and completing.
Fox runs on buckets and a foul. A 9-0 Marcus Fox run. Marcus Fox also commits the lone foul for the Danbury Hatters. Inbounded to Brown, goes over into the corner. Drew Connolly on the dribble with the left hand. Switches hands, starts his drive, gets to the blocks, puts it up. It won't fall, but a foul.
You see Andrew Connolly, he's able to put the ball on the ground, shows the great hands in the dribbling, able to drive to the basket and draw the foul.
Tyron McCray picks up the foul, his first, team's second. Scott Nesbitt talking to somebody in the crowd, and Drew Connolly to the line. First one no good. So the shutout continues. 9-0 right now, 5:02 to go in the first quarter. Second free throw on the way. It is up, and that is no good. My goodness. And knocked out of bounds, knocked away, in fact, by Jack Williams. Williams tried to quickly turn around and say it's going our way, but the official did not agree.
Glenn Colella right on top of the call.
Judah James to inbound, brings it into the backcourt to Tyra McCray. The 5'8 senior brings it across the timeline. Bounce pass comes over and knocked out of bounds by Connolly. 4:53 to go in the first quarter. Dan Gardella down to our right, standing right next to the athletic director of Danbury High School, Mr. Chip Salvestrini. Bounce pass goes right side. Bounce pass comes right back. Is that James for a three? It is, and it hit the top of the backboard, so that's a turnover. Marcus Fox 9, Wilton nothing. 4:39 to go in the first quarter. And across the line comes Drew Connolly. Connolly switches off with Jack Williams. Williams up top to James Maloney. Maloney goes to Cronenberg. Here is Connolly up top with the left hand on the dribble, being guarded by Tyron McCray. Now switches hands, goes left for Williams. Williams gets into the lane. Oh, had it rejected by Maduru. Looking to run, here comes Nesbitt. Nesbitt into the lane, splits defenders, he misses, but the putback for James and a foul.
Early on, Rob, the Danbury Hatters are going to a man-to-man defense. They're covering up everyone with the ball. They're moving with everyone without the ball very well, and it's just frustrating Wilton right now because they can't get good looks at the basket.
Michael Brown picks up the foul, his first, and Judah James to the line. No good. Early on, John, this is not exactly a free throw clinic.
No, nowhere close. One thing that surprised me a little bit is how much emotion Fox is playing on. He's fired up after every bucket.
Second one, no good. 9-0 run, 4:07 to go in the first quarter. I've only said that for about 5 minutes now. Switching off, it goes to Williams. Williams swings over to Cronenberg. Cronenberg has not tried a three yet. He drives, spins around, backs it out. It's Williams. Williams up top. Williams starts his drive, gets to the blocks, now pulls up. No, the rim's not friendly. Quick outlet goes to James. He can't control it, and out of bounds, and he collides with the Wilton bench. Everybody okay. They put him right back on his feet, and everybody seems to be just fine.
And for Wilton, what they have to do, they have to get the ball in the get the ball back into Matt Cronenberg's hands so he could take some shots. He needs to get some threes in to jumpstart this offense.
Cronenberg drives, floater. That is an air ball taken away immediately by Fox. Fox to the front court for McCray. McCray dishes and a travel.
Always a first quarter travel, Rob.
Always.
And it's a hesitation because McCray's thought about driving to the basket, realized he was locked down and cut off. Instead, he goes for the pass, but it's one too many steps while he's making the decision.
James Maloney checks out. Cronenberg still in alongside Williams. Down low it goes, and underneath Kyle Schifrin, it'll go the other way. Connolly also on the floor still. And Jack Wood, the 6-foot junior, has checked in. So Danbury ball and still 9-0 as you get a look at Casey Bach coaching for the Hatters.
I think that's the positive Wilton has to take right now, is that it's still only 9.
Technically a 3-possession game right now. Right side into the corner. Switching all the way across from Messiah Crandall. It's knocked away. Fighting for it in the backcourt, taken back by McCray. Tyron McCray, the 5'8 senior, into the front court. Wearing number 4, he sends it left to Scott Nesbitt. On the near side, back it goes to McCray. Into the corner for Crandall. Crandall thought about it, gives it off. Fighting, Fox. Fox had it stripped. Good job by Williams, looking to run. Williams slows it down right wing, backs it out Connolly. Connolly for Cronenberg. That is too strong, and it is taken back by Marcus Fox. From right to left come the Hatters in a 9-0 game with 2.5 to go in the first quarter. Switching off to the far side, it's McCray. Off to the near side, Nesbitt. Nesbitt on the left wing. Feed it into the corner for Crandall. Crandall now back at it, goes for a 3. That's good! Tyron McCray.
Tyron McCray gets lost out on the three-point line.
At the other end, finally points look like Jack Williams. 12-2 and out of bounds.
5 minutes and 51 seconds, Rob, before Wilton got any points.
A rough start for the Warriors. Titus James, 6'1 junior, will check in. And Marcus Fox will have a much-needed rest on a 12-2 run.
Early on, Fox has been the warrior for this Hatter team.
A pun, I like it. Nesbitt feeds it over to McCray. Into the corner for Crandall.
No pun intended, Rob.
At the left corner. Now the pull up from 15. No good for Crandall and taken back by Cronenberg. Cronenberg trying to split defenders. Feeds into the corner for Connolly. Off to Jack Wood. Back to Connolly. Up top Williams. Williams playing catch with Connolly. 94 seconds remaining in the opening frame. Down low off the front of the rim. No good. And it'll go back the other way. Here comes Nesbitt. And Nesbitt waved the shot off. It'll go the other way.
There's a carry on Nesbitt. Nesbitt can't believe what he's seen. But the problem is they do that little, you'll see players do that little hesitation dribble. They'll bring it up and then they'll push forward. When you bring it up and push it forward, you're holding the basketball and you're going to get called for it every time.
I was wanting to ask you about that during the girls' final the other night, Chris, about when that gets called and why.
Well, what it is, technically, it's a carry. You hesitate with the ball in your hand, and you take a step.
Judah James, the strip and the jam. 14-2.
The big fella finishing.
Up top, switching over to the left corner. The West Hill Vikings have an opportunity to defend their championship. They could take on the Danbury Hatters, who haven't won it since 1992, or the Wilton Warriors, who have never won it. As Nick Cronenberg is checked in, and we get a foul. Nick Cronenberg, the freshman.
Judah James gets called for the push.
So both Cronenbergs in. Don't let Nick Cronenberg fool you. Small in stature maybe for the freshman, but he can shoot it. And Drew Connolly can shoot it as well. 14-4. Down to the final 35 of the opening stanza. Into the front court, it's Tyron McCray. McCray right hand on the dribble, 25 to go in the opening frame. Both teams, student sections trying to get into it. 18 to go in the quarter. Casey Bach coaching for that final shot. Down to 13 to go in the quarter. McCray just keeps dribbling, watches the clock, starts to wave his finger with a waggle and says, let's go. Here comes the three. That's no good from the corner, and this is tipped out of bounds. Right over near the very fine baseball coach and athletic director from Wilton High School, Tim Egan. Coach Egan ready to also defend the title. With one, the quarter ends and hits the back iron from Drew Connolly, and Sean Saylor had the camera ready to go. After one, Danbury 14, Wilton 4. A 10-point game. We start the second quarter right after this. You're watching the FCIAC on the HAN Network.
I'm Kate Chaplinsky. Join us for Coffee Break, weekdays at 11 to get the latest Connecticut news, weather, high school sports, and more. News doesn't get any more local than on Coffee Break on the HAN Network.
Getting ready to start the second quarter. Before we do, let's go down onto the floor. Here's Dan Gardella.
Out, of course, Danbury holding the 14-4 lead over Wilton. It is worth noting that Leonard August of West Hill, who went down in the first semifinal against Trumbull with what appeared to be an injury, a knee injury, walked right by me on his own power. So, guys, I don't think it's anything serious.
Sounds like it in theory. We hope for the best for young Leonard August, who will play in the FCIAC championship game, assuming he's up to it, on Thursday night. Nick Cronenberg controls the ball as we start the second quarter, hands it off, gives it to Jack Williams. Williams, right hand on the dribble, lost control, backs it out to Connolly. Drew Connolly dribbling, dealing, getting into the blocks, had it stripped, taken away by Scott Nesbitt. Nesbitt looking to run. To the far side it goes. Marvin Payton, 5'11 junior, has checked in. He will take the ball. Left hand on the dribble. Deals left. He gets to Judah James. On the left wing, foul line extended. Now to the baseline. There stands Marcus Fox. Back to James. Bounce pass over right to Payton. Over into the corner, a three. Nesbitt no good. Rebounded by Williams. Williams skying for the rebound. Splits defenders. And we get a whistle called from behind.
And Wilton continues to struggle getting to the basket. They're struggling with their shooting.
Messiah Crandall picks up the foul, his first and the team's fourth. 14-4 as we start the second quarter. Connolly checks out, as does Kyle Schifrin. Left corner, Cronenberg. Up top, Williams. Starting his drive, Cronenberg. Trying to get through defenders. Williams loses the handle on it, gets it back. Right hand on the dribble in a 10-point game. 6:53 to go before halftime. Falling down, he got it down to James Maloney. Now Cronenberg puts it in from the lane.
Very close to a push-off. Great agility on the part of the ball handler, falling away and getting rid of the ball before he can make the push.
James into the corner for Crandall. Messiah Crandall, left hand on the dribble. Bounce pass comes over near side Payton. Back out it goes to James. Judah James backs it out right wing. Lobbed across. It comes over into the left corner from Payton. Now driving. Nesbitt off glass and tipped and taken back. Getting it back was Maloney. In transition, Jack Williams the miss, and the quick outlet, Judah James. James, showtime. 16-6, the lead back to 10. Two jams in this game. By the way, Seth Fry, the athletic director here at Fairfield Warde, said they're watching us in the fitness center tonight, and he said they are loving it up there. So very cool to be seen and heard up there by everyone tonight. And wherever you are watching, we are glad you are joining us. With Chris Kalin, John Kovach, Dan Gardella, I'm Rob Adams. Tipped around, knocked away, and a foul. Off the Cronenberg miss. And it's going the other way.
Rob, I don't know what to say. This is not the way Wilton shot against Ridgefield. This is not the way they shot against Brian McMahon when we covered them. It's not falling for them tonight.
For Danbury, who I describe as playing a more up-tempo street style, this is just, it's a whole different pace for the Hatters. Driving, dishing off to the left wing, Crandall. Crandall back out Peyton. Peyton the bounce pass over to Nesbitt. Here is a three coming from Peyton. That rattles around, no good, but the put back is there. Scott Nesbitt makes it 18-6. Here's Cronenberg. His floater, no good. The other way it goes with Nesbitt. Nesbitt into the corner. Nesbitt gets it back. Nesbitt misses the three, and it's tipped off to Cronenberg. The 5'8 junior gets it to his brother, Nick Cronenberg, as they play catch. Exchanged messages with the Cronenbergs recently, and the put home taken care of by James Maloney.
Great ball movement by Wilton, getting the ball up court. Very little wasted effort moving that basketball.
Into the front court. Backed all the way out. Off to the left side it goes. Scott Nesbitt lobs it to the other side. Playing catch with Marvin Payton. Nesbitt's got it back. 4:39 to go in the first half. 18-8. Given down low. Went from Fox to Nesbitt for three. That is no good. But the offensive board there for Fox. Now another three. That's no good. This time the board recovered by Jack Wood. And a whistle. It's a jump ball and a very quick whistle. Joel Gariak doesn't like it. I'm curious your thoughts.
No, I thought it was a necessary whistle. I thought both players had possession of the ball. It's a jump ball situation, but Glenn Colello right on top of the play blows the whistle quick before tempers can heat.
Quick inbound, quick three, quick answer. Tyron McCray.
Getting back to the jump ball, Chris. Is that what's driving that? How quickly they both have possession and how heated it's getting?
You know what? It's also a reaction move. You don't want it to escalate. You want to get on top of it right away.
Jack Williams from the elbow makes it 21-10. Here's Fox. He misses. Knocked away by Maloney, and it'll go the other way. Connolly, Williams, a three. No. Tipped and taken back by Tyron McCray. McCray bounce pass to Fox. Fox off glass, no good. The rebound and offensive board, and out of bounds it goes. It'll stay with Danbury, 21-10.
And it's what I talked about in the beginning of the game. You've watched Danbury. They're controlling the boards. Everybody's on the offensive glass, they're on the defensive glass.
Played up top by Tyron McCray. Goes left for Nesbitt. Nesbitt to the baseline. Nesbitt off glass. No. But the rebound there. Fighting for it. It goes to Wilton. They get it back with Michael Brown. Brown to Matt Cronenberg as we say hi to his parents, John and Sharissa. Down and low it goes and turned right back the other way. 2-on-1 Nesbitt. Nesbitt lays it in.
And Danbury continues to show the athleticism, the ability to get up and down the court quickly.
13 matches the largest lead of this game. 3:03 to go before halftime. Cronenberg driving between the circles, floats off the front of the rim, almost had the loose ball. Connolly scrums down, ahead it goes in a 2-on-1, and it's laid in, and a foul, and a hard foul. Down goes Fox. The foul will be charged on Marcus Brown. Michael Brown picks up the foul. Marcus Fox will go to the line. And the lead now 15. And the bonus no good. Looking to save it, Cronenberg does. So they come back the other way, 25-10, a 15-point game. Cronenberg in the lane hits. Matt Cronenberg barely made the net move. It's 25-12, and we'll get a whistle and a timeout.
And what's more impressive about that drive, it's the hang time he showed getting the ball to the basket.
It's a 30-second timeout. Dan, what do you have?
Things seem to be getting a little bit chippy here. There's been a lot of players on the ground, a lot of people diving for those loose balls, but it is a very fast-paced game. Grab the ball, go down the court. So we're going to see how that pace, if it changes or if it just stays the same throughout the rest of this first half and into the second half.
I'll throw out a point for quick discussion, guys. If Wilton gets this to single digits, is that a moral victory going into the second half?
Yes.
Chris?
I'm not sure, only because it's, you get it in, you're getting the ball, you're getting it into single digits. You're still struggling to move the basketball. When you're in the half court, you're not making your shots. You've got to find a way to get the basketball to fall.
Rob?
I think it would be a moral victory. You get it to single digits, you have a chance of a whole new game. Lobbed across to the near side, here's McCray playing catch with Nesbitt. Back to McCray, left wing, 2.5 to go. Driving inside, stripped away. Quick outlet goes to Williams. Williams in a one-on-one with Nesbitt, and he lays it in. Jack Williams, it's 25-14. Down low, Titus James off glass, can't hit. Fox gets it back. Fox lays it in.
Fox continues to play huge on the offensive boards.
27-14 and a whistle.
Fox was on a mission to score that bucket, almost like that was a message he was sending after that hard foul the last time he drove lane.
Second foul goes on Tyron McCray. It's not a shooting foul. Handling the ball is Michael Brown. Plays catch with Maloney. Now back up top, Williams. Williams with 1:50 to go in the first half. He's guarded by Pierre Maduru, getting into the blocks. Turns around, takes a look, pivots, loses the handle. Cronenberg goes and saves it right near Dan Gardella in the corner. Back out it comes, right wing foul line extended. Lobbed across to Brown. Brown, right hand on the dribble, switches hands, knocks away to Drew Connolly. Connolly had it taken away. Nesbitt coming back. It's a 2-on-2. Nesbitt puts it home and a foul. Jack Williams picks up his second.
Nesbitt with the intense concentration on the drive, taking the foul and still able to finish.
As Judah James comes back in along with Marvin Payton for the Hatters. 1:28 to go in the first half. Nesbitt to the line. Nesbitt for the bonus. No good. 29-14. At the other end, Williams, nice floater. Jack Williams has 8.
Williams able to find that open spot right on the left lane space.
29-16, Judah James gets into the lane, bounce pass over right side Nesbitt. That's too strong, but a board there for Maduru in the putback. Pierre Maduru gets on the ledger. It's 31-16. Back to a 15-point lead. Fighting for it, Michael Brown. Brown tipped away. Maduru goes to save it. Collides with some people in the stands. No harm on the Danbury bench, and it goes back the other way with 46 to go in the first half. A 15-point game. Judah James to the elbow. Had it knocked away, last touch by Williams. Correction by Connolly. To inbound with 39.9 to go in the first half. Does get it in. Right hand on the dribble. Feeding it inside to Titus James. Down low, Maduru, and a foul.
Man, it's Williams got a little too crazy with the block attempt, a big swing instead of hitting the basketball.
First one is good.
He hits Maduru.
No good, excuse me.
He hits Maduru right on the head.
We ask you, as always, refresh your browser between games. Always refresh it. Second is good. 32-16. $29.9 remaining in the first half. Sorry, I was multitasking there for a moment because some folks are asking on Twitter.
You're fine.
22 remaining in the half and a foul well before the shot. Foul is on Marvin Payton, his first. and the 6th team foul. Well, Noah Kohler checks in for Danbury, a 5'8 junior. Inbounded to Matt Cronenberg. Cronenberg up top with 19 to go in the first half. Left hand on the dribble, trying to hold for a last shot, takes it all the way out to the edge of the timeline. Starts his dribble. 8 to go. Gets inside and hits. 32-18. Can the Hatters answer? They cannot. And the first half will come to an end with Danbury leading Wilton 32-18. We'll hang for an extra second. Dan Gardella has Casey Bach. Dan.
Hey guys, I'm here with Coach Casey Bach. Coach, right out of the gate, Marcus Fox created an immense presence in that paint. What did you do to keep giving him that ball?
Well, I thought, every game we want to get the ball inside. So we were able to get the ball inside, and he was able to finish baskets in the beginning of the game.
What other elements have been working for you to jump out to this 14-point lead?
I think we're playing defending really well, and we're moving the ball on offense. We hit some threes, hopefully we'll extend the lead a little bit.
Coach, thank you very much. Guys, back to you.
Dan, thank you very much. Halftime here at Fairfield Warde High School, and the Danbury Hatters lead the Wilton Warriors 32-18. We will take a timeout for halftime activities and come back for the second half. 32-18, Danbury leads Wilton. You're watching the FCIAC on the HAN Network.
It's the new year. The to-do list is long and it's easy to feel pulled in many directions at once. Your professional personal shoppers at Walter Stewart's are ready to check groceries off your list by shopping for you. Save extra time this year and spend it doing more important things. Great food and wine delivered to your home with the same-day service. Shop Stewart's online at stewartsmarket.com.
I'm Kate Chaplinsky, and this is your in-game news update on the HAN Network, bringing you the area's top headlines for Tuesday, March 1st. Including that a man police say is behind bars after being linked to residential burglaries in Trumbull, Stratford, Milford, Orange, Monroe, and Woodbridge, faces new charges in Shelton. On February 23rd, Shelton police charged 48-year-old Kevin Lesko of Shelton and charged him with third-degree larceny, third-degree burglary, and criminal mischief. Police say the burglaries occurred in 2015. And the Shelton community is mourning the loss of a high school senior who died early Sunday morning in a car crash. Eddie Tyler Conklin, 17 years old, died on Sunday, February 28th in Bridgeport Hospital following a rollover crash on Bridgeport Avenue. The crash happened around 4:45 in the morning. Conklin was located on the roadway outside of the vehicle, police said. He was a member of the Shelton High class of 2016. He was a varsity basketball player and also played JV baseball. According to his family, he had a great sense of humor and loved fishing and all outdoor activities. Shelton police are currently investigating the accident. And in Darien, 2 adults landed in trouble with police for an underage drinking party at their home. Police issued misdemeanor summons to the 2 Darien adults after breaking up the underage drinking party in their home. 7 teens were issued infractions, but police said that as many as 15 were drinking at the Palmer Lane residence. Officers responded to the home just after 11 o'clock on February 26th and were met by a teen girl at the door. The girl appeared intoxicated and allegedly ran out of the front door after answering for the arriving officers. As the officers went inside, several of the teens rushed toward the back door in an attempt to flee. A pair of boys ran through a wooden fence leading toward Norotan Avenue while trying to escape, and another girl was caught nearby. Though some managed to elude the authorities, the majority of the party were remanded to the home. 2 adult residents, Julian and Helena Toll, were at home at the time of the incident and allegedly told police that they were unaware that a party was taking place. They were both charged with failure to halt illegal possession of alcohol by a minor. Upon searching the home, police discovered a number of empty 30-pack beer cases in the basement, along with a ping pong table and an empty bottle of vodka. Police said there was a 15-year-old girl living in the home as well, and the department's youth division will be following up on the case. Several schools in the FCIAC made the top 10 in the list of the best teachers in Connecticut as ranked by niche.com. For its 2016 Best Teacher ranking, Niche assigned grades and numerical rankings to school districts based on several factors, including parent-student opinions about teachers in their current or recent school districts, average salary of teachers, and more. Staples High School ranked number 1 and Greenwich followed behind at number 2. Wilton High School came in at number 4, while New Canaan ranked number 5, and Darien High School was ranked at number 7. But that's all for your in-game news update. For the latest in local news, sports, and more, watch Coffee Break weekdays at 11. This update was brought to you by the Sylvan Learning Center.
At the Sylvan Learning Center of Darien, experienced teachers and personalized academic support equals superior results. Our certified teachers uncover skill gaps, address specific needs, and help students realize greater academic success and increased confidence. We're enrolling now. Individualized after-school tutoring in reading, math, history, elementary math, algebra, geometry, calculus, high school science, and study skills. For a free consultation, call 203-655-3276 or email gmcsylvan@gmail.com.
At Innovative Health and Rehabilitation, we provide an advanced level of care to resolve symptoms and minimize recurrence. Our experienced professional staff design and implement effective plans to return individuals. Welcome back. Let's go out to the floor. Here is Dan Gardella.
Hey guys, I'm here with Coach Garrett. Coach, you fell behind early, had to take a quick timeout. What were you telling them during the struggling period?
To start attacking. We were letting them dictate the pace. We weren't attacking the basket like we normally do, and because of that, they got out early to a 9 or 10-0 lead.
After that, you guys definitely made a couple run, cutting the lead a little bit, but Danbury toward the end of that first half definitely opened up a little more. What do you have to do to close this gap a little bit?
Rebound. We got to get them off the boards and not turn the ball over. Just simple things.
Coach, thank you very much. Guys, back to you.
All right, our thanks to Coach Garyak as we get ready for the second half. 32-18, our halftime score. Rob Adams, Chris Kalin, John Kovach here at Fairfield Warde High School with our entire crew tonight. Kate Chaplinsky hanging out in the RV, as is Marty Hersom. Josh Fisher courtside. He's the one doing all the tweeting for us tonight. We've got Dave Stewart and Steve Buno. David Teagarden was here earlier, as was Mike Suppy. Bill Bloxham in the house. The legendary Sean Saylor is here, as is Nick Fine, AJ Simonowski, Eric Gendron, and the crew here courtside. It's a big crew, Cato.
That's not what I'm looking at.
Okay. Halftime, the leading scorer goes as no surprise. Marcus Fox has 13.
He had 9 of those on that first 9-0 run, no?
He did. It was all him early on. They did settle down a little bit, but still, there's enough going right for the Hatters. 13 from Fox, 6 from Nesbitt, 6 from Tyron McCray, as well as 4 from James and 3 from Maduro. On the other side for Wilton, they're led by Jack Williams, who has 8, Matt Cronenberg with 6, and then James Maloney and Drew Connolly with 2 each. They need more scoring.
At times they're getting good looks at the basket, but the hard part is the way this Danbury Hatters defense, it's a swarming man-type coverage. They'll rotate into a zone, but they're always moving, and it's really starting to frustrate Wilton because no matter how well they move the basketball, there's always somebody there when it stops.
Very interesting. Right in front of our table, the 3 officials were gathered. Joel Garyak walked over and started talking to them rather emphatically. The officials then went over. One of them went to the scorer's table, and another one went to Casey Bach. I have no idea what it was all about.
I can't, there's no way I could determine it. They were pointing at the scorer's table.
Could be a question of fouls, could be, I don't know. Hard
I don't know
to
if
say.
it's a question of fouls. I think it's something with the game ball.
That could be. Interesting theory.
I would ask, but I wouldn't get an answer.
Nah, you probably wouldn't get an answer. Second half getting ready to get underway. And again, 32-18, the halftime score. Second quarter, a little better for the Warriors, but they were outscored by the Hatters 18-14.
I think the impressive thing is that they got 14 points in a quarter after that start.
Jack Williams will inbound right in front of us as we get the second half underway. The winner will play West Hill on Thursday in the FCIAC championship game right here at Fairfield Warde High School. Into the backcourt it goes with Matt Cronenberg. Cronenberg across the timeline for Wilton from right to left. Starts his drive, waved the shot off. And a foul called. The foul on Judah James, his second. Nobody in any foul trouble.
Judah James is going to get called for the elbow. Cronenberg had him beaten. I think it was just a reaction to get the arm out to try to slow him down.
Cronenberg to the right wing, knocked away Nesbitt. Nesbitt driving, Nesbitt doing it himself. Cronenberg will get the foul as the basket is good. I admire the hustle by Cronenberg, but he's going to pick up the foul.
Unfortunately for Cronenberg, you're talking about a player who's giving up 5 to 6 inches to Nesbitt, and Nesbitt's got that big arm reach. So when he drives to the basket, he can get that ball out away from Cronenberg, and all Cronenberg can do is helplessly try to swat at it and maybe get a fingertip on it.
And he hits the extra Cato. It's 35-18.
And it's all arm.
17-point lead. 7:35 to go third quarter. At the elbow, knocked away Nesbitt. Nesbitt alone. He lays it up. And a quick timeout. Scott Nesbitt comes out on a 5-0 run of his own, and it's 37-18.
Full timeout.
A full timeout, as you heard Cato whisper. With 7:28 to go, we'll take a timeout. Third quarter on the HAN Network.
Darien Sport Shop is a unique store because it's a family store. A busy mom can come in with kids in tow and find everything she needs for them, and even find a dress for herself for Saturday night. And if she's in a rush, she can simply go home and order it from us that night. We'll deliver it the next day. The Darien Sport Shop. We're pretty on the outside and amazing on the inside. Conveniently located with free and easy parking at 1127 Post Road, Darien, Connecticut. Or shop us online at dariensport.com.
Back at Fairfield Warde, 37-18 off that full timeout. From right to left go the Warriors. Here's Cronenberg. He can't hit. Rebounded Nesbitt. Fox gets the ball. Ultimately, Nesbitt will bring it up. It's a 19-point game. From left to right go the Hatters in the white. They are the home team as the top seed. Up top it goes back to Tyron McCray. To the left side, McCray the bounce pass. He'll throw up the three, and he'll hit.
McCray with plenty of time to set up for that shot.
40-18, and the ball going the other way.
Danbury is playing like we belong here. Just get out of the way and let us get to Thursday night.
And they're already starting the chant. Left wing to McCray in a 22-point game, 6:45 to go, third quarter. Here's Nesbitt for three. It's just going all right. 43-18, the lead balloons to 25. Given off, Connolly. Connolly in the lane, can't hit. Taken back though, the bounce pass underneath. Off the back of the rim by Maloney and out of bounds.
And you see right in the middle of it, Marcus Fox battling for that rebound.
Jack Wood to inbound, he does. Gets it in to Drew Connolly. Connolly up top, moves to the left, can't connect, tipped, rattling. Jack Wood gets it back and we'll get a whistle. Looks like it will go on Marcus Fox. His second if that's the case. And it is. On the inbound, Maloney had it rejected by Fox. Saving it though was Jack Wood. Wood turns around. And another whistle.
Got the hands in there.
Scott Nesbitt picks up his first foul. 3 quick fouls, 6 minutes to go, third quarter. Loose ball, Cronenberg climbs on top of it. He saves it, tosses it to the man in the bench area. That's Joel Gariak, and that's not going to get it done. But it'll still be Wilton ball.
And it's just a situation where Cronenberg was thought he had Cronenberg thought he had John Williams behind him. John Williams broke for the basket, hoping for the outlet pass.
Conversation going on between the officials, and now they're turning it the other way.
Well, that's just a situation where, Glenn Colello looks over at Tom Brown and says, "What did you see?" And he says, "No, you were right."
And away we go. From McCray to Judah James, back to McCray, into the corner, Nesbitt, tipped around, almost saved. McCray gets it back in the lane, scoops it, and a foul.
Hatters getting to the basket at will.
Drew Connolly picks up his second. The FCIAC Championship Thursday night right here at 7 o'clock. We will have it for you. Free throw up and good.
We've got 2 more tomorrow night, right, Rob?
We will rest our voices for the evening after this. I'll rest my voice in the morning. Back with you for Nutmeg Sports later tomorrow. Cato will have all day to rest his. The second one no good and rebounded by Maloney. Doubleheader in hockey tomorrow at Terry Connors Rink. More about that in a moment. Danbury relentless. Cronenberg a downtown 3 and the rebound taken by Maduru. Outlet Judah James. James in traffic and a foul. Tomorrow we will see the top 2 seeds in the FCIAC in boys ice hockey. But first, let's learn about the foul. Matt Cronenberg picks up his second foul. Judah James to the line for 2 shots. Third team foul. 5:28 to go third quarter. 44-18. Free throw up and no good. Nick Cronenberg will check back in for Wilton. Second free throw on the way. Greenwich and Ridgefield, as well as Danbury and St. Joseph, are your games tomorrow night. Second free throw, no good. He missed them both. He's 0 of 4 from the line. Still 44-18, 26-point game, the largest lead of the night, and it's for the Hatters. The handoff to Cronenberg, off glass, too strong, rebounded by Fox, and a whistle in the backcourt. Matt Cronenberg picks up his third personal foul. Fourth team foul, 5:15 to go, third. Into the front court, James. Judah James between defenders, got rid of it. McCray bounce pass, Fox, no, second, good.
And Darien and Greenwich will have their hands full tomorrow night, too, facing 2 goalies coming off shutouts.
It was shutout last Saturday. Connolly off glass, no good. Here's McCray. Quick outlet, Nesbitt, right wing foul line extended, pulls up 3, that's no good. Fighting for it, Fox and Cronenberg, and the jump ball will be called for.
Ball goes back to Danbury.
Darien would be thrilled if the ball went back to them.
They'd be thrilled if they were playing.
They would be. But the Blue Wave not here. Guys in the blue shirts are the Wilton Warriors. They are the 5 seed on the inbound, taken away. The outlet goes down to Connolly. Connolly's got to save it, but he saved it to Scott Nesbitt. Nesbitt to James. Nesbitt, a 3 coming. That is good. 49-18. At the other end, Cronenberg hits his first 3, and finally the first 3 of the quarter for the Warriors as a foul underneath. Mercy. Jack Williams picks up his 4th. It had been, as the first free throw was good, it had been, Cato, a 17-0 run. I had to double check that one, JK. A 17-0 run.
Ouch. We were impressed by the 9 in the first quarter.
Second. Good.
This is where we need the statistician.
Yeah, and now it's a 30-point lead.
51-21 indeed is the score. 4:06 to go in the third quarter. Leaning in as he spins around is Drew Connolly. He has 4 on the night. 51-23. Deficit back to 28. On the near side, they'll lob it across. Nesbitt, another to the back iron, no good. Fighting for it, Cronenberg comes away with it. Warriors aren't stopping. Spinning around, they give it off. Right side, Nick Cronenberg for 3. That's no good. They tip it around, and it's taken right back by the Hatters. Judah James knocked away Fox. Fox able to save it, but he traveled.
Fox smiling. Marcus Fox smiling, knowing what he did wrong. Just got his feet separated a little too much and slid.
Is there any chance there's any kind of fatigue factor in this? Wilton did beat Warde 92-90 in double overtime in the quarters on Saturday. Does that play into this?
I don't think so. You had plenty of time off to rest. I mean, now you got to look at it. I mean, that was 3 days ago.
It was. I agree. Between the circles to the elbow, Cronenberg, they deal all the way off. Here's Nick Cronenberg from the corner, backs it out, trying to work through a double team, bounce pass ahead, goes to Connolly, into the corner, lobbed back out. That was Sean Breslin. On the left wing, stepping inside, Cronenberg off glass, no good. Able to get it back is Breslin. In the right corner, that is Connolly, no good for the 3. Matt Cronenberg gets it back and out of bounds. Last touched by Danbury.
And this possession, it's the first time you really see Wilton start to gain a little bit of control on the boards. I don't know if it's the way they're spreading Danbury out and they're able to get inside the paint for a change.
Wilton the 5 seed, Danbury the 1, and the deep 3 by Cronenberg bounces off the front of the iron and goes over the back of the backboard.
I think we need to grab these 2 guys walking in front of our bench and get a pizza delivery for us.
There's still some pizza out in the rig.
Yeah, but these guys deliver it, Rob.
That's true. 2:55 to go. Ahead it goes. Quick ball movement down to Judah James, and over the back is Cronenberg. He'll pick up his 4th foul.
Foul charge against number 3 of Wilton, Matt Cronenberg. That'll be his 4th
And
personal foul, team's 6th.
that's Cronenberg's 4th, his 3rd in this half, 3rd in this quarter actually. Wilton's 6th. 1 away from the bonus.
In the lane, underneath, rejected, pushed away over into the corner. They get it back out. A 3 come. That's no good by McRae. But Judah James, the putback. 53-23, the lead back to 30. Here, Cronenberg before the shot. Plenty of fouls on the board. James picks up the foul.
And that's Wilton's 4th team foul and a half in the 3rd quarter, actually.
Noah Kohler checks back in for Danbury on the inbound to Nick Cronenberg. Cronenberg on the left wing backs it out. Gives it off. Up top, Drew Connolly moves, steps inside the arc, off the front of the iron. No good, fighting for it. Able to come away with it is Kohler and get it ahead. Titus James across the line, deals left side, off to Payton. Marvin Payton backs it out with Nesbitt, and 2:06 to go in the 3rd quarter. Dealing inside, Nesbitt gets it back, fakes the 3, gets to the elbow, drives, no good. Fighting underneath, they tip it underneath. They get it back with Nesbitt, and a foul.
Foul charge against number 5 of Wilton, Sean Breslin.
Sean Breslin picks up the foul, his first. A lot of long faces on that Wilton bench. Free throw coming and no good.
And it is, and it has to be frustrating because the Hatters have been beating you on the boards at both ends of the floor all night long. You can't get any of your shots to fall.
Both are no good. He's 1 of 3 at the line. Here's a 3 coming. That's good. Noah Kohler, his first 3. 56-23, the lead now 33 points. At the other end, Jack Williams. Williams backs it out, sends it all the way back up top, driving Connolly to the blocks, and good. 56-25, and 1:25 to go in the 3rd quarter. Left side, Marvin Payton. Back out Nesbitt. Nesbitt lobs it across to Kohler. Kohler into the right corner for Messiah Crandall. and a whistle before the shot.
And it's the third quarter, and what you're seeing now is Danbury just killing the clock. Just ball movement, taking your time, looking for that easy shot. You're not going to see a lot of hard drives to the basket, a lot of hard dribble penetration. But what you're going to see here is just foul shots. I mean, like rebounds and offensive battling. But you're not going to see a lot of effort.
Nick Cronenberg picks up the foul, his first, team's 8th, putting Messiah Crandall at the line. The 1-and-1 on the way, and that is no good. And the rebound was taken by Kyle Schifrin. Jack Williams, right wing, loses the handle, backs it out Connolly. Connolly backs it all the way out. Up top with 1 minute to go in the third quarter, 56-25. Deals down low, Maloney, good. Maloney has 4. It's 56-27, but at the other end, the quick answer by Messiah Crandall.
Great drive by Crandall. Gets the arm extended, recognizes the man in front of him.
Conley up top, between the circles, gets to the elbow, now at the blocks, throws it up off glass, it rides home. Conley has 8, 58-29. A 31-point lead for the Danbury Hatters, who right now are on their way to the FCIAC championship game where they'll meet the West Hill Vikings. Into the right wing, foul line extended, they'll lob it across. Scott Nesbitt will hold it with 15 to go in the quarter. Here's Noah Kohler. Kohler back to the right corner for Marvin Payton. Back to Kohler. Off to Scott Nesbitt. Back to Kohler with 5. Right corner, a 3. That is no good off the side. And it is Nick Cronenberg with 1 who just threw it for all he could. And the third quarter comes to an end. 58-29. We will start the fourth quarter right after this. Stick around. Danbury up by 29 on Wilton. You're watching the FCIAC on the HAN Network.
Find over 1,000 special stories at Hospital for Special Surgery. Go to hss.edu/backinthegame.
I was jogging 5 months after my cartilage tear.
Skiing a year after hip surgery.
And playing grandma 4 weeks after hip replacement.
One special hospital, 1,000 special stories. See Connecticut patients at hss.edu/CT.
You are watching the HAN Network, and you're not alone. Nearly 500,000 viewers enjoyed our broadcasts in the first 5 months. Advertise on the network that reaches Fairfield County, Connecticut's most engaged audience. Contact Jessica Murrin, Advertising Director, at 203-273-7312 or email jessica@han.network.
Fourth quarter underway. Rob Adams, Chris Kalin, John Kovach, Dan Gardella here at Fairfield Warde High School. To the left elbow, Maduro. Now it's Nesbitt into the corner, Judah James. Deals down low to Fox. Right side, McCrae. He steps inside, throws it up. That's no good. Back it comes to the near side as they scrum for it. We often have a screen set for us by the crowd because this is a path right across, so on occasion we will miss a thing or two. Driving inside went Williams. Now in the lane, that is no good, and it'll go the other way. It's a one-on-one, and it's thrown up in a foul.
And Danbury just continues to do a great job getting into the passing lanes of Wilton. And just really, I mean, even at a 29-point lead, they're just not allowing Wilton to get open shots. They're still continuing to play defense.
Judah James hits the first. He's 1 of 5 from the line. They will often control who sits where just to keep everyone on their best behavior. Most of the Danbury fans are to our right, but there are just a few right over my shoulder. They haven't caused any trouble, not to imply otherwise. Here's Cronenberg. That is no good. Rebounded back by Nesbitt. Scott, by the way, Kyle Schifrin had picked up that foul. On the turnover, McCray. McCray drives into the lane, off glass. 62-29. And the lead back to 33. And wave the shot off.
It's the basket pulley.
Yep. That is not a basket when it hits the support. As much fun as it might seem. McCray in the front court. Deals right. Back to McCray. He's got it up top. Takes a look to his left. Now deals to the elbow to Maduru. At the left elbow, Maduru back. Up top, McCray. Had it knocked away by Cronenberg. Goes right side for Nesbitt. Up top, McCray. Bounce past Judah James, left wing. On that left wing. Fights between the double team. Gives it off. They're just playing clock here. Here's Nesbitt. That is a three that's in and out. Maduru touched it. And indeed, he was the last to touch it.
Danbury can do just whatever they want to kill the clock right now.
62-29, and I would imagine Casey Bach, for the most part, would opt to have that. Run clock, get out of here healthy. Now a timeout as they are dealing with intending to Judah James.
I'm going to call a timeout because that kid carried by Rice Krispie treats.
I saw that.
They're a food group, you know.
Oh, I know that. Everyone should know that. Across the timeline from right to left, Cronenberg to the blocks rather, and back the other way it goes. Here's Nesbitt. Nesbitt misses the jam, and he'll just stand and laugh at it and come back on defense.
Yeah, he'll hear about that in class tomorrow.
Here's the deep three from Cronenberg. That's in and out, no good. Rebounded by Marcus Fox. Jams are all well and good, but you still got a game to play, which is why I've never been a big fan of dunking in high school.
Well, if you can do it, why not?
If you can do it, no, by all means, I'm for it. Inside Maduru, he puts it up, no good. This will be knocked out of bounds.
This is also one of these games where if you're Danbury, if you're Casey Bach, let's get out of this healthy. Let's not get anybody in trouble. Let's go home.
And Maduru checks out. There will be wholesale changes for the Hatters. McCray also checking out. Fox is done. Judah James is done. Nesbitt is done.
I wouldn't say done. I would say taking a breather for right now.
5:28 to go. This is thrown up, no good. They're done for the moment. Let's put it that way.
This gets to a 15-point game. Guess who's coming back out on the court?
Noah Kohler picks up the foul, his first. It's still 62-29, and it's been basically that way because those are the only points for the first 2.5 minutes. Now we've got points with Drew Connolly hitting the first. He's 1 of 3 from the stripe.
And Coach Bach is going to have them sit until, if they're needed to come back.
He misses the second. It's 1 of 4. Into the front court. Moving it ahead from Tyler Scalzo. This is put home. Titus James with his first two makes it 64-30. It's now a 34-point lead, but an answer here in the corner comes for Jack Wood. His first three of the night, 64-33. Kohler across the timeline, gets it to Crandall. Crandall left wing, backs it out. It goes up top, driving Peyton. Peyton in and out and in.
Peyton with the kind bounce from the rim.
66-33. 4:40 to go. At the left end now. They scrum for it, and Kohler recovers it with 4.5 to play. The pass errant goes to Connolly. Drew Connolly dishes right. Matt Cronenberg playing with 4 fouls. Gets it up from the elbow. It won't go. Second one. No. Maloney misses. They fight for it underneath. And a whistle.
And it's going to be Wilton ball down underneath.
Williams will inbound with 4:20 to play. Correction, make that book. Or Wood, rather. Wood inbounds to Cronenberg and taken away. Crandall bringing it back from left to right, and a whistle. Was that a travel, or what did I?
That's a carry.
It was a carry.
That was a carry.
I could not see the official's indication.
And it was Kohler, again, did that little hesitation with the ball from the hip and tried to push it forward.
4:10 to go. Driving inside and a whistle before the shot. That'll go on Marvin Payton, his second. Hockey tomorrow night. The FCIAC championship is here on Thursday night. Free throw coming. That is good. Connolly, 2 of 5 at the line. He gets another. 66-34 and 4:08 to go. Second one no good. Maloney had the loose ball. Titus James picks up the foul, his first.
He gets called for the hold.
Now James Maloney at the line shooting 1-1. That is no good. Rebounded by Titus James. Titus James, a 6'1 junior. Has it in the backcourt. Feeds it across the timeline to Payton. Payton between a double team. Scoops off glass and good. And a foul.
Great agility by Payton. Gets to the point, gets the elevation, and hangs and holds the ball just long enough to draw the foul and still able to throw it in.
James Maloney picks up the foul, 10th team foul on the Warriors, and the bonus is good. 69-34 as Maloney is stripped and it goes out of bounds. 35-point lead, the largest lead of the night, and 3:49 to go. And look, for the Warriors, certainly you're not going to cry any tears for them. The Warriors 10-6 in the FCIAC on the regular season, and the free throw on the 1-1 is no good. Maloney 0 of 2 from the line. 13-7 in the regular season. They are a playoff team in the state. Left wing, that is an air ball, and taken back the other way by Williams with 3.5 to go. Williams between the circles, pulls up at the free throw line. It won't fall. He gets his own rebound. Bounce pass over into the left corner. That too is an air ball from Connolly and dealt back to the timeline. Down it goes and a lay-in by Messiah Crandall.
Not quite enough ups for Crandall to give it the dunk.
Thought better of it. 37-point lead. A 3 tried by Williams. He stops, turns around. Now it goes from Maloney into the corner for Connolly with 3 minutes to go. 71-34. Fighting in the blocks. That's good. Connolly gets the basket. He has 12 points now, and he'll step to the line for a bonus. Messiah Crandall picks up his second foul. Nick Cronenberg will check back in. Jack Williams will take a seat. Sean Breslin back in. 2:56 to go, and the bonus is good. (71-37). 2:56 to go, and they'll just start running out the clock in what is now a 34-point game. John Andrew Mollenthal has checked in, off the iron, no good, and they'll turn that right back around the other way. 2:40 to go, 71-37. Knocked away from behind as Messiah Crandall sent it away from Nick Cronenberg. 2:35 remaining. The FCIAC championship will be Thursday night, and we know now the Danbury Hatters will take on the West Hill Vikings. James Maloney will check out. Robbie Herman checks in, the 6'2 sophomore. Nick Cronenberg goes to his right, off to Kyle Matala. Here's the deep 3 by Nick Cronenberg. That's no good and out of bounds.
Thursday night's going to be a fun night, Rob.
I think it will be.
It'll be a fun night because you have two teams that play a similar style of basketball.
Jack Wood, the 6-foot junior, will check out. And again, don't cry any tears for these Warriors. They are a good team and a young team. They will be a factor next year. Right wing driving. Now they dish it off. Titus James gets it back out to Mollenthal, and here's a travel to turn it the other way with 2:10 to go. In terms of seniors, they'll lose Michael Brown and James Maloney. That's it. I actually like what I see in this team. Cato enjoying some of the entertainment in the crowd. Got knocked away from Matala. Now to the baseline and a whistle.
And this Wilton team, some of the younger players they do move the ball very well. They just have a hard time. They had a hard time working against the athleticism of the Hatters man zone. No matter where they moved the ball, there was always somebody there to answer.
First one no good by Breslin. What do you think about Thursday night, JK?
It is hard to pick against this Danbury team that we've watched tonight. I mean, this is just them doing what they want from the opening tip on.
Breslin hits the second. He goes 1 out of 2, 1:58 to go, and it's 71-38.
That said, West Hill is one of those scrappy teams that has put it together.
Here's a layup and good for Tyler Scalzo. His first 2 to make it 73-38. Here's a 3, and that's good for Breslin. So we're just going to shoot the ball now and make it 73-41. At the other end, Crandall is good. Making sure there is enough pencil, it's 75-41.
We need some more lead.
That's why I make sure I use pencil on scorecards. I can't do ink. Wild shot thrown up by Matala, and the other way it goes. Titus James had it rejected, and a foul with 1:14 to go. As an official, this is an honest question, and hold the thought once I get the number on the foul. I believe it went on number 20, Robbie Herman. That's his first. Is there a point in what is now a 34-point game where you say, I got to let that one go?
No. You still got to ref the game.
I understand that.
You have to ref the game. A foul is a foul.
Second one on the way. Are you going to tell me there aren't guys who don't do that?
I'm not going to say one way or the other, but a foul is a foul. You have to call it.
77-41 and 1:07 to play. Matala, joined by James, goes off into the right corner for Breslin. Breslin a strong 3, and they fight for the loose ball, taken back by the Hatters. Kohler gets it ahead to James. Under a minute to go. Driving to the blocks and out of bounds. And an offensive foul will be called on him. So few paying attention at this point, it doesn't entirely matter. His third personal foul on Titus James, and 52.1 remaining. Both teams in the double bonus, by the way. Walked up by Nick Cronenberg, gets it across the timeline, being guarded by Crandall. He's got it up top, swings left. Goes over to Joe Posey, who is checked in. Nick Cronenberg to Sean Breslin in the corner, threw it back into the backcourt. This will roll all the way down. Matala will touch it. There's the whistle. And a half minute to go.
And it's pretty much a JV game's broken out at this point.
Pretty much. 30.8 on the clock, 77-41, and the inbound comes to Noah Kohler. Kohler playing catch. Mullenthal's got it. Off to the far side. They'll just play catch to try to run out the clock. Wilton will try to get it away. We're down to 18. Out to Crandall. Joel Gariak will call off the Dogs with 11 to go. And we know the FCIAC championship now will be the Danbury Hatters and the West Hill Vikings as they count it out to 2 and 1, and we're finished. The final score, the Danbury Hatters 77 and the Wilton Warriors 41. Cato, it was never a game.
No, Danbury came out early, dominated on the boards, controlled the tempo, controlled the pace. From start to finish, they ran every aspect of this game and took Wilton completely out in the first 5 minutes.
I'm going to stay right here because I'm heading out to the floor. It's going to be a little hard to get the shot because the crowd walking across, but here is Dan Gardella.
Hey guys, I'm here with Scott Nesbitt. Scott, you had a huge game in what really wasn't a competitive game. What was working for you out there?
Just keeping getting the ball to Marcus. Marcus really got us going, started driving to the basket. The shot wasn't falling first half, and it fell the second half.
You now move to the FCIAC final to face West Hill, who upset Trumbull. What is your mindset going into this game, knowing that even though they're a low seed, they can play some serious basketball?
We just have to compete. They're going to go at us. We have to go right back at them.
Scott, thank you very much. Best of luck in the championship. Guys, back to you.
A very humble Scott Nesbitt. Intriguing to see the differences between the two teams. West Hill earlier, very cocky. Danbury, very businesslike in that conversation with Dan just now. Just makes for an interesting thing to keep an eye on, Cato, as we get ready for Thursday night.
We got to remember one thing. West Hill's attitude is it's our championship. And for Danbury, and they're looking at whoever was winning this game, it's ours. Come get it.
You look at the way Danbury carried itself, though, Chris. Danbury's attitude is it's going to be our championship.
I think more than anything for Danbury is they're on a mission.
Yes. And that was obvious early on.
And they're not, their approach is we're coming, and essentially in this game, they pretty much told West Hill, we're coming for you.
That they did.
And you know what? We have to go through you to get it. We're going to go, then we're going to have to go through you to get it.
It was a dominant performance by the Danbury Hatters, who were led by Scott Nesbitt in the end. Marcus Fox had those 9 first-quarter points, 6 the rest of the way. But Scott Nesbitt had 17, Marcus Fox 15, and Tyron McCray 12. Right there, you've got 32, 44 points. You've already outscored the Wilton Warriors, who were led only by Drew Connolly with 13. Matt Cronenberg finished with 9. And again, the Warriors will be fine. They're going to the state playoffs, and they'll certainly be back next year. That's a good young team.
Oh, yeah, and I mean, you know what? And if you look at the Wilton Warriors and the way they're set up, I would be hard-pressed to say that they wouldn't be the favorite to win the FCIAC next year.
They're so young.
They're so young. They're so skilled. They work well as a team. They move the ball tremendously. They're a tremendous shooting team when they're on. And Coach Gariak's going to have them ready to go.
Yes, he will.
You wonder about the Hatters, and of course we'll see them Thursday night, but they lose McCray, Maduru, Nesbitt, and James to graduation. Just interesting, something to talk about.
But getting back to the game Thursday night, here's what West Hill has. West Hill has their work cut out for them, because if anything you learned in this game, we need to get Marcus Fox away from the basket. We have got to box him out. We have to push him away. We can't let him do what he wanted like he did in the first half. We have to contain him. You know what? And if they want to shoot, they didn't shoot very good from 3.
No.
They did the dribble drive, but West Hill can defend the dribble drive. It's the beast in the middle, Marcus Fox, that they have to contend with.
I think we've got a game Thursday night.
We definitely have a game.
Oh, we do. We do. It's a 1-6, but it's a game.
Yep, it's a game, and it's going to be a good one, and we'll see it here. I'll see you here Thursday. I'll see you tomorrow night, first of all.
Yeah, we'll be there tomorrow night. John's buying coffee, so we'll be all right.
We'll be okay. We'll have a good time over at Terry Connors Rink. Good games tomorrow night as well. I think Greenwich Ridgefield will be a very good game as well. Look, St. Joe's, if they're on their game against Darien, I think we'll have an interesting one there as well.
If you want to break it down, honestly, St. Joe's has their hands full, because Darien has 4 good, strong lines who can take it to you. Ridgefield has 3 lines. They have good defensemen that they can rotate in and out. But in all honesty, you know what? Ryan Wilson has his hands full. He's going to have his hands full.
Gentlemen, thank you very much. Dan Gardella, wherever you may be, an outstanding job as well.
Thank you very much.
And we will look forward to seeing you back here Thursday night.
Yes, sir.
All right, good stuff as we get ready to head, believe it or not, into the spring season. Coffee break, of course, tomorrow at 11 o'clock. Nutmeg Sports, 2 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. And then the FCIAC hockey semifinals at 5 o'clock. But with all that said and done, that will do it from here at Fairfield Warde High School. Final scores in the FCIAC semifinals. The West Hill Vikings move on to the FCIAC championship, a 53-43 win over the Trumbull Eagles in game number 1, and an outstanding performance there from Parrish Rowell with 19 points. Here in the nightcap, it was never a game. A 12-0 run started it, and the Danbury Hatters cruised to a 77-41 victory in back of Scott Nesbitt with 17 points. So it's Danbury and West Hill Thursday night for the FCIAC championship. For our entire crew, Kate Chaplinsky, Josh Fisher, Marty Hersom, Dave Stewart, Steve Buono, David Teagarden, Mike Suppy, Sean Saylor, Nick Fine, AJ Simonowski, Eric Gendron directing, John Kovach, Dan Gardella, and Chris Kalin. I'm Rob Adams, as well as a shout out to Bill Bloxham. We'll see you tomorrow for hockey, coffee break at 11. You've been watching the FCIAC on the HAN network from Fairfield Warde. Good night, everyone.